All right, so got some updates about the MLS expansion to Vegas. It's the month of August, and similar to me, a lot of you have been curious. You haven't heard much word about MLS expanding to Vegas ever since the MLS Cup championship, where Don Garber or the league alluded to Vegas being the forerunner. So, just doing some little research on the internet. They're still looking for locations. They have not secured land. Like when I say land, I'm talking. I mean, when I say they, I mean Wes Edens and his partner. Wes Edens is going to be one of the owners for this new MLS expansion team in Vegas. And as I stated a couple months ago when I was talking about the possibility of Phoenix and San Diego joining the league, is that the MLS is not expanding to any other city until Las Vegas is secured. And there is a heavy belief throughout the league that Las Vegas will be the last city expanded to for the next couple of years. The word on the street is the cap is going to be at 30, not 32, not 34. But anyhow, I'm gonna just get into this main topic. So the two locations that's a possibility. One, Cashman Stadium. And Cashman Stadium includes a soccer and baseball stadium currently. The soccer team that plays there is the Las Vegas Lights. The city of Las Vegas is currently talking about building a children's medical center there. And the plan is to demolish that stadium regardless of any sports team playing there in the future. The plan is to demolish that soccer stadium. So this year or next year is possibly the Las Vegas Lights' last time playing in the USL, last time existing. The Las Vegas Lights is getting ready to go out of business. They're not a major professional team to begin with. They're a LAFC developmental club to begin with. And with the growth of MLS Next and MLS Next Pro Next or Next Pro, there's no need for any USL team to be an MLS developmental club. So either this season or next season is going to be the Las Vegas Lights' last season. The other location that they're looking at besides Cashman Stadium, that property is a property that's on South Vegas Boulevard, across the street from Las Vegas Premium Outlets. So if you're familiar with that area in Las Vegas, that's the other location. It's land that's across the street from the Las Vegas Premium Outlets. And the South Las Vegas Premium Outlets is basically like a mall shopping center. So those are the two. We don't know when we're going to hear word on the MLS finding land or making a decision, but I strongly believe that we're going to hear word on, it's going to be confirmed before the 2026 World Cup. But I don't know if the Las Vegas team will be ready to play in time for the 2026 World Cup. As the way things are looking right now, it looks like Las Vegas won't be around until after 2026, based on how long it's taken this process to materialize. But if they can speed up the process, we'll see. But with inflation and worker shortage in the construction industry and the rise of construction costs, the MLS is running out of time if they want Vegas to be around in time for 2026. And so before I close, this cap about Las Vegas being Team 30 and the MLS is no longer expanding after 30. I seriously believe that the MLS should consider expanding to 34. Because you see how Sacramento is playing. You can't leave Sacramento out. Sacramento is banging on the door. They got a good fan base. And you need some more Western teams to really secure the entire West Coast. Because in the future, MLS, you are going to be competing with college football on Saturdays. And we know you won't be able to compete against the Big Ten on Saturday afternoons. You won't be able to compete with the SEC on Saturday afternoons. But the conference that you can compete with is the Pac-12 at night. MLS After Dark can't compete with Pac-12 After Dark. Why is that? Well, because a lot of people out west are not college football fans. The only college football fans that are out west are students, alumni, and parents who have students that go to any one of those schools. See, you don't have too many people there's not going to be too many people staying up late at night to watch a Colorado versus Washington State game. Like MLS, you have the ability to attract people from the East Coast to stay up late at night to watch sports. People will stay up late at night to watch a LAFC NYCFC match. People will stay up late at night to watch a Seattle Portland match. People will stay up late at night to watch a LA Galaxy Atlanta match. You have the ability to keep people in the East Coast awake at night. The Pac-12 does not have that. The Pac-12 doesn't have that ability to keep people in the East Coast up late at night just to watch sports. Now, you can't only rely on, if you're the MLS, you don't only want to rely on Los Angeles, Seattle, and Portland. This is why you should consider adding more teams besides Las Vegas. You add Sacramento, you add San Diego, you add Phoenix, and then lastly, you add San Antonio. Those 4 cities are the remaining major cities out west that you have not tapped into yet, MLS. Once you tap into those 4 remaining major Western cities, then you can stop right there. You can say, okay, we have firmly secured the West because we need the West for MLS After Dark, and we don't want to only rely on the city of Los Angeles, Seattle, and Portland to be able to showcase and entertain people at night. People are eventually going to want to see other teams play at night. So this is why Sacramento, San Diego, Phoenix, and San Antonio, they come into the picture for this. And I'm assuming that Vegas is going to be Team 30. That's why I say 4 more teams after Las Vegas. So, in my opinion, the cap should be at 34. Because you want to add those remaining major Western markets just for the purpose of MLS After Dark. So this is something that I'm going to talk about more of once we start getting more information about Vegas and once Las Vegas is confirmed as Team 30, because you're already getting ready to have another Western team in St. Louis to be 29. St. Louis is also going to help with MLS After Dark because St. Louis is like in the middle. St. Louis is like on the borderline of West and East because it's right on the Mississippi River. And the Mississippi River is what is what separates Western America from Eastern America. And St. Louis is going to be your easternmost Western Conference team. So, Chicago is not far from St. Louis. Memphis, Dallas. So having St. Louis secured as a team for MLS After Dark is also going to help you, attract those East Coast viewers, because you're going to have to find a way to attract those East Coast viewers. So that's the latest update on Las Vegas. When more information is reported, I'm gonna talk more about it and the possibility of the MLS expansion cap being at 34 teams instead of 30.